Hey guys, it's Will with Fit Dead Fam. Hope you guys are having a wonderful week. I just wanted to do a quick video. A lot of the times I get asked about running and whether or not, um, you know, if whether or not a person is able to start running if they've never been a runner, if they've never trained, or if they can do a 5K or a fun run or 10K, or train for any of those kind of races. And my short answer is yes. Human beings have some of the best endurance when it comes to running naturally. Now, obviously, there's a lot of factors into running. Obviously, if anyone who wants to start a training program should consult a doctor or consult, a physician about, find out your vitals and figure out because everyone's different, and everyone's had their experiences. There's people that are my age that are older, there's people that are younger. They in high school, they played a sport, or maybe they played, basketball in their 20s, or they're a big time weightlifter, or they did yoga or Zumba. There's all kinds we all have different walks in life. So just telling everyone how they should do things one way, telling everyone they should do things one way is probably not the best advice. For me, I never really was a distance runner. So in high school, I lifted weights. I was in marching band, and in college I was in marching band. In my 20s, I lifted weights. I worked out. I'd play basketball occasionally. And I would run, but I never really ran far. I'd just run like a mile. I always wanted to get it over with because I never really practiced running a way that I could do it consistently longer than a mile without just feeling really tired and worn out. So like I said, the short answer is yes. Just like anything that you do, you're gonna have to spend time training to get better at it. You're not anyone who says, most people that tell me that they can't run or they don't, or this, their knees hurt, or their feet hurt, or this or that, or their shoe. It usually boils down to the fact that the person that says that generally has not trained at all. And when I'm talking about training, I'm saying committing to a certain amount of days a week that you train your legs to run, because your legs, with proper training, you can run very far. You have to know that anything you do is going to hurt or make you sore generally when you start out, because you're not used to it. I mean, it's just anything you do. If you're trying to diet, your body's not, if you've been eating junk for a long time and then you just start out of nowhere eating healthy food, yes, you're probably going to get a boost in energy. You're probably going to get better. You're probably going to feel better right away. But your body's still going to have issues because it's going to be adjusting to a new diet. So with running, I think what most people do is they jump in and they start doing too much, and then it's not sustainable, and they give up on it because they're like, oh, I feel so sore. When I first started running, I'll just give you an example. I'm training for a half marathon. I plan to do a marathon at the end of this year, probably maybe this fall, but I'm doing a half marathon next month. And I already know I'm already ready for it because I've ran 10 miles straight. I mean, a marathon is 13.1, but I've ran 10 miles straight, and I just stopped because I was like, my phone was about to die, and I was like, this is good, 10 miles. I could have kept going another 3, but the point I'm trying to make is when I first started and I was 367 pounds, I couldn't even run a minute straight, and I'm dead serious. I couldn't even last a minute, and I knew that. And so what I did was I would run about 50 seconds, and I would be gassed. I mean, you're talking, I was so tired. And I would stop, and then I would basically walk for another 7 minutes. Once it was all said and done, I usually would have ran maybe 30 seconds, like a 30-second warm-up, then I'd walk 5 minutes. Then another 45 seconds I'd run, get tired again, walk another 6-7 minutes. Then I'd run another 45 to 50 seconds, and then I'd walk again. And by the time I was done, the distance I had traveled was about 2 to 3 miles, depending on how long I would walk. But as I kept training, I said to myself, I eventually want to get to the point to where I'm running the distance that I'm walking. And then I just set little small goals. Okay, this next time I run, I'm gonna add 10 seconds to my 45 second. Now I'm gonna add 10 seconds. And every week I'd add 10, 15, 20 seconds to each run. And it got to a point to where my endurance just kept picking up. And I made sure, like I said, I'm gonna do another video too on your gait, like how you actually run, because I think that's another issue that people have. But after I did that a couple weeks, you know, every week I was adding more distance, and it got to a point to where when I got to where I could run a 5K, it was like I just went ahead and did it. It wasn't like I was like, because I already knew, I was already at the point, okay, I've already ran 2 miles, okay, now I can run 2.5. Every week I would get more endurance. And so that's the main thing. A lot of people, they don't give themselves time. You got to be patient with your body. Your body will respond, because we're strong humans. We can do it. But you have to know your limits, and know when your body and also know when your body's telling you that it needs rest. Then give it the proper rest, and make sure you're giving it the proper fuel while you're doing it, to make sure that when you work out, run, you know, that you're not hurting yourself, and you're taking it easy, and you're just inching along as you do it. Don't just get in there and just go crazy, because it's not sustainable. So that's really my opinion on it. Like I said, anytime you start any kind of workout, make sure you consult with, you know, proper professionals as far as you know, your blood pressure and, you know, things like that. Make sure that, you know, you're ready to exercise. But just know that even if you walk the majority of the time and you run 2 minutes, that's better than nothing. You're still burning calories whether you're running or walking, but not doing anything is the worst. So yes, like I said, to answer the question, yes. And most people I've shown, I can take someone that's 350 pounds and train them how to run. And I can do it easily, because I know I've done it. I know how it feels to be that weight. You're talking, I was 367 and I'm 5'10", barely 5'9", 5'10". So that I was a big guy. So just understand that we can all do it. You just have to start small, very small. People see me now and they think, oh, well, you just know. I had to train hard to get to this point to be able to run this far. But we can all do it. You just have to give your body time and be patient. Don't just expect everything to happen in a month or 2 months. Give yourself time, and also be happy with the little accomplishments you make. If you lose and you train for 2 months and you're at the point to where you can run a mile, be proud of yourself. If you've never ran a mile straight, be happy, and then say, okay, now in 3 months I'm gonna try to be able to run 1.5 miles, and then just keep adding on to it. And then you do that, and then when you get to the point to where you can run a 5K or whatever you're trying to train towards, it'll just feel like a cakewalk. It's just something you just do, because you've already trained your body to get used to it. Your body will let you know that it can do it, because we're strong humans. We can do it. So that's just my take on it. We can do it. You just have to give yourself patience. Be patient with yourself, just like anything. You know, any of us that have kids, or people that are teachers, or people that work with other people and we're training them, we have to know, if you learn to be patient, you can teach and help others if you're patient with yourself. Give yourself that same patience that you might give someone else you're teaching. You give yourself patience, your body patience, you will succeed. Be patient. And don't be afraid if you made a mistake or if you didn't get as far as you wanted. Be patient and give yourself time and just keep fighting for it, and you'll get there.